Legendary Monuments is back at it again with a massive update. If you're like me and need to cosplay as Indiana Jones to get your hands on some legendaries, this mod is bigger than Eternamax Eternatus. Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. On our last Legendary Monuments video, we went over how to get the Regis. However, in this new update, we get access to new armor items, the Regi Pauldrons. These are craftable armor pieces that go in the Pauldron slot of your inventory, courtesy of the Trinkets mod. When equipped, each Pauldron gives a different buff. The Rock Pauldron gives a haste buff, boosting your mining speed. The Steel Pauldron gives a +3 to your armor. The Ice Pauldron gives the luck effect. The Electric Pauldron gives a 20% speed boost, and the Dragon Pauldron gives a +3 attack boost. To craft each Pauldron, you'll need to place the respective Regi ore placed all around the crafting grid, and a diamond in the middle. And if you combine all of these Pauldrons together with a Titan core, you'll get the Titan Pauldron, which gives you all of these effects in one. To get the Titan core, you'll need to summon Regigigas. If you need a refresher on how to obtain all of these items, check out my first video on Legendary Monuments. Stay tuned, because we'll be going over more legendary structures soon. But before that, if you've played this mod before, you may have come across a very big challenge. Finding these legendary structures can feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. Thankfully, the devs for this mod added a super useful NPC, the Entrepreneur Villager. Where's your hairline, bro? With this villager, you can trade relic coins and emeralds for maps that will lead you to various structures throughout the mod. This villager also provides useful trades for items like the Dreamcatcher to help summon Darkrai and Cresselia, a Silver Wing to boost Lugia's special stats, Galar Particles to help summon Eternatus, the Rusted Sword and Rusted Shield to summon and transform Zacian and Zamazenta, and Sacred Ash, an item that restores your entire party's HP and PP outside of battle. To change a villager to the Entrepreneur profession, you'll need to place down a suitcase workstation. You can craft it using 4 black wool, 1 iron ingot, and 1 gold ingot. Alternatively, you can find them naturally by going to an outskirt stand, a train-like structure located in desert biomes. Lugia's temple can be found in the deep ocean. It holds a legendary Pokemon, Lugia. To begin your adventure to spawn Lugia, you'll need to find the entrance and place the Vortex Stone on the pedestal. The Vortex Stone can be crafted by spawning the legendary bird trio using urns. You can craft an urn using 4 blocks of coal on the corners, 2 obsidian on the sides, a netherite scrap, and an ice stone for Articuno, Firestone for Moltres, or a Thunderstone for Zapdos in the middle. Once you craft one of these urns, defeat 50 Pokemon of that type, and right-click with the urn to summon that bird. For example, defeating 50 Ice type summons Articuno and gives you the Arctic Stone. Summoning Moltres will give you the Molten Stone, and Zapdos will give you the Zap Stone. Combining all 3 stones gives you the Vortex Stone. You can place the Vortex Stone on the pedestal at the entrance to Luigi's temple. But wait! Before you go in, make sure you pick up the Vortex Stone since you're going to need it for later. You won't be able to break blocks here, so be careful with your next steps. Inside, you'll find a lot of amazing loot and an entrance to the next part of the temple. Up here, you'll find even more amazing loot and an underwater maze. I'll let you figure this one out. If you need any hints, check some of the chests, as they might have some helpful books. Once you reach the top of the temple, place your Vortex Stone on the pedestal here and summon the almighty Lugia. This will give you a Lugia key. Use the key to open this extra room with even more loot. If you capture Lugia, they'll be holding the Silver Feather, which boosts his special attack stats. Bell Tower has also made its debut in this mod. This houses the legendary rainbow bird Ho-Oh. Just like before, you'll need to summon the 3 other legendary Pokemon, this time Raikou, Entai, and Suicune. By summoning each legendary, you'll get their respective yellow, red, and blue feathers. Crafting them together will give you the rainbow feather used to summon Ho-Oh. To summon each of the legendary dogs, you'll need to craft their Poke Treat boxes. A Poke Treat box can sometimes be purchased by the Entrepreneur Villager. You may need to have multiple of these villagers and level them up to see if they sell an empty Poke Treat box. Then, with a variety of berries, you can craft each dog's favorite box. To craft a Suicune treat, you'll need 2 apricot berries, 1 Ganlon berry, 2 Pasho berries, and 3 Whippear berries. To craft an Entei treat, you'll need 2 lychee berries, 1 Lansat berry, 2 Aka berries, and 3 raspberries. To craft a Raikou treat, you'll need 2 slack berries, 1 Pitaya berry, 2 Wacken berries, and 3 Nanab berries. Now you can visit the Burn Tower and place the treats on their respective pedestals to summon each dog and get their feathers. Again, feathers? I guess that makes sense in the context of Ho-Oh, but feathers? Where are they coming from? Where are they? What? Now you can craft the rainbow feather, climb to the top of the bell tower while getting amazing loot, and use it to summon Ho-Oh. If you capture it, you'll be able to take and use the sacred ash that it's holding. Probably the cutest addition to this mod is Celebi. This mythical Pokemon is probably the easiest to get, all things considered, but probably also the easiest to miss. First, you'll need to craft a GS ball using 4 yellow apricorns and a netherite scrap in the middle. Then you'll need to find the Ilex Shrine, which can be found in spooky biomes like the Dark Forest. Across the ocean, a mysterious island houses one of the 2 legendary dragons from Hoenn. Latios and Latias can be obtained similarly to the legendary dogs. You'll need to get an empty Poke Treat from the villager entrepreneur and craft their respective treat. Latias will need 3 Pitaya berries, 1 Payapa berry, 1 Haban berry, and 3 Wapir berries. Latios will need 3 Apricot berries, 1 Payapa berry, 1 Haban berry, and 3 Wapir berries. Keep in mind that you'll have to choose between Latias or Latios, as each shrine can only spawn one or the other per player, meaning if you want both, you'll have to find a new island. Darkrai and Cresselia make sleeping fun! Seriously, I thought this was a super creative way of implementing these legendaries. In order to summon them, you'll need to craft a dream catcher. You can craft one with 9 dream string, which has a chance of dropping from defeating Pokemon at night. By crafting a dream catcher, hanging it on the roof of your room near your bed, and going to sleep, you'll have a 10% chance to collect either a Nightmare Essence for Darkrai, take damage and have a hunger effect applied, or a Lunar Feather for Cresselia. Collecting 5 Lunar Feathers will allow you to craft the Full Moon Whistle, while 5 Nightmare Essences will allow you to craft the New Moon Whistle. Right-clicking with the whistle in your hand will spawn the respective legendary Cresselia or Darkrai. Heatran can be found in the Nether, specifically in the Heatran Cave. This is a massive, sprawling dungeon with loot and enemies to fight through. I can't tell you how excited I am to see a Cobblemon mod take on such an awesome take on collecting legendaries. You'll need to slog your way through this labyrinth until you find Heatran's pedestal. Here, you'll need to place the Magma Stone, which can be crafted using 7 magma blocks and 2 netherite scraps. Now how do I get out of this place? The 4 treasures of ruins can also be found in the Nether. You can get Chien Pao, Chi-Yu, Ting Lu, and Wo Chen from shrines by collecting 8 of the respective stakes by right-clicking them. These stakes can be found randomly generated in the Nether. Chien Pao needs 8 Ice Rend stakes, Chi-Yu needs 8 Fire Scourge stakes, Ting Lu needs 8 Ground Blight stakes, and Wo Chen needs 8 Grass Wither stakes. Once you collect 8 of these stakes, you'll need to find their respective shrines. They can be a little difficult to find, so keep your eyes peeled. Right-click on the shrine's door, and you'll get your new Treasure of Ruin. You can get Melmetal by giving Meltan 75 Meltan. Let me explain. First, you'll need to craft a Meltan box. You'll need 5 obsidian, 1 redstone dust, 1 copper ingot, 1 lapis lazuli, and 1 iron block. Now you can place the block down and feed it a certain amount of ingots to spawn a Meltan. You'll need to reach a metal value of 50. Each type of ingot has a different metal value. Copper ingots are worth 1 point, iron is worth 2, gold is worth 3, and 1 netherite ingot will max out a Meltan box with it being worth 50 points. Now you can right-click the box to spawn a level 5 Meltan. But how do you evolve it into Melmetal? You'll need to do this 75 more times. So, how it works is you'll need to capture and release 75 Pokemon version of Meltan to get the item version Meltan. Then feed the Meltan you intend on evolving into Melmetal using these items until you fed it 75 times. You'll know you fed it enough when it's ready to evolve. Eternatus once again takes us back to the end to face our most terrifying legendary yet. Mostly because this Pokemon is huge, and I still hate huge things. In order to spawn them, you'll need to find its cocoon in the end. There, you'll need to fill it with 500 Galar particles, which can be obtained through Galar particle ores. You can find these ores in the overworld while mining or purchasing them from an entrepreneur villager. Just right-click the cocoon with enough particles and spawn your new legendary friend to capture. But keep it away from me, please, because And there you have it. We are now all caught up to one of my favorite Cobblemon questing mods of all time. Hopefully you got a lot out of the video, and if you did enjoy, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps a lot. And until next time, I'll see you later.